Hello and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023. We are going to be spending some time in Johanna Basford books all month long. So I hope you're excited about that. Grab your Johanna Basford books. There's a whole variety of them. I'm sure you have one or two, and color along with me. Today we're going to start in The Lost Ocean, and I have selected a page. We are going to do this wallpaper type page, and I'm going to alter it because I'm not going to color every single little item on the page. So I photocopied a couple of actual puzzle pieces and I enlarged them by 200%. I put them on some heavier weighted paper. I'm going to fussy cut these out, and I'm going to use them to transfer puzzle piece pictures onto the page. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in watching happen, then stick around. See you shortly. So let's get started. I will go off camera and cut these pieces out, and then I will gather the rest of my supplies and we'll go over what we're going to use today and how we're going to tackle altering this page. Okay, I've dropped the camera down so we are closer in, and I have finished cutting out the 3 different shapes in the puzzle that I was looking at. I only had 3 different shapes, so those are the shapes we're going to go with. I am being careful that I have the page correctly upside down, or not upside down I should say. And what I'm going to do is place these puzzle pieces a few different spots on the page, and then I'm going to trace them out, and I'm going to use a standard pencil, and I'm going to lightly trace them out first, and then after that I'm going to come in with a black pen, redo the outline in a darker pen. And then I'm going to color the entire page, leaving the spots where I have the puzzle pieces. So we're going to place the puzzle pieces down, and let me just figure out where I want them. Okay, I think I will leave them where they are. I'm just going to lightly trace around it. Lightly trace around it. Okay, I have now drawn on and then traced with a black Posca pen 5 different spots with puzzle pieces. I am ready to do the background now. So I have put my on top of my media mat, and I am going to be doing the background using dry brushed metallic gelatos. I have the set here that has 12 different gelatos on it. I'm going to apply it with some brushes, and I'm going to avoid these pieces of the puzzle. So it's going to end up looking like the puzzle is missing some pieces at the end, but the rest of the page will be done. So let me just grab out a few different colors. And we're going to use lots of colors. So I'll just put some down. I'm just going to move the camera back a bit away from the table so there's less jiggling. We've got some purple and red. As I'm applying the gelato to the page, I'm also going to bring out the little puzzle piece that made up that spot so that I can cover it and it can act as a natural mask. So I'm just going to take some, then I don't have to work so hard about keeping it clean. And we'll do a bit of green. We'll do one piece together, and then now I didn't rub my brush off, and now that green does not look very green. So I'm going to have to remember to switch brushes when I'm using lighter colors. And I'm going to have to go over that area again. I will continue on with the rest of the page. Okay, we'll remove the piece. There's a little bit of shine, but it's not it's not sparkly or anything. There's just a light shine to it. I'm going to add a few other colors into the mix. I've got 12 to choose from, and I'll be back when more of the page is done. Okay, I've cleaned up the table again, and we have finished applying the gelato, and I'm happy with how that looks. You do need to let the gelato sit. You don't want it to get wet. You leave it for like overnight, and then it should be permanent. But if it does get wet, then it will activate and run. So do be careful with that. I will set that aside. Now to finish off the puzzle pieces, I am going to bring out my Artex acrylic markers, and I have the 30 color set, which mostly looks to be 2 different colors of purple pastel type. Let's see which one I like best for the most part. That's kind of a lilac. Let's see. Well, I think we'll go with this lighter one to start with. We may end up using both. I am going to put down a piece of parchment paper so that I'm not rubbing my hand onto the gelato as well. And I'm just going to start down here in the corner. If I do want to get rid of some gelato that is already there, I can take an eraser and lightly erase if there's any lines that I went over. And as long as you're not getting it wet, you should be able to erase it fairly well. Okay, our surface area is, so I'll actually go do that to all 5 pieces to make sure that the acrylic markers nice and clean. I'm going to zoom you in, and we're going to start with this bottom one. And these markers don't require priming at all. And I'm not going to erase the black line. I'm just going to go up to the line. You could also do this just in a black, but I thought it would be nice to add a bit more color to this page. So this is one way of completing a page quickly, because you want the page to be done and you want to do something fun and interesting. So but you also don't feel like cheating, coloring all these tiny this is anything that gets you coloring and completing a page and being creative is totally worthwhile. Might need to go over this more than once. I'm looking forward to spending some time on Johanna Basford books. This does not bleed through. January. I'll show you quite a few of her books, not all of them. And I'm not going to get more until I get some more of the ones that I do have pages complete. There's no point in continuing to buy coloring books if you're never gonna get to them. So, okay. That's how that is going to look. I'll zoom you out. And I'm going to pick another color, and I'm going to do some of the colors. I may
I've selected
pick colors
similar
similar to the ones on the page
other
is what I'm thinking.
puzzle
And
piece
I think
areas.
that would be fun. And I'm going to color them, and they are definitely similar colors to what is in the background. So I think that will look fun. Once it's done, I probably will need to come back and go over this with a black Posca again, just to clean up the edges. And otherwise, it's looking great. Okay, this is how the page is looking after the 5 puzzle pieces are completed. I am now going to take a Posca pen and just go back over the black line and make sure that they still are fairly even around all of the puzzle pieces so that they have a clear edge. And then I'm going to come in with some gel pens and do some of the few Okay, I've gone and selected my metallic jelly roll pens that are all in similar colors to what we already have going on here. And I'm just going to take and do a few of the items. So I notice that there are not very many starfish. So I am going to select the starfish to do. So I'm going to count to make sure that there's enough for each of my colors, and then I'm going
I've lowered
to simply color
camera.
the starfish. So I don't want to color
And I am
a
going
bunch
to
of things and
take
there's way
a pen
too many
that is
in a similar color to where the starfish is. So example, there's a starfish in this area. I'm going to take that color jelly roll and I'm going to color that starfish. And the starfish has a center spot, and I am going to use a gold sparkle pop. So for the very center of the starfish, I'm just going to add a spot of gold to bling it up a bit. Now I will move and I will put my hand on one over here, do the green one. When you move the page, you'll see it flash. I'm doing the gel pen definitely the same like color. Puzzle. It'll just So I've wondered if you have completed this page already. How did you complete it? I'd love to see you post pictures on Instagram, and then I can see them, because it would be fun how everybody has completed. This was not an original idea. I wish I could remember where I saw this, but it was at least a year ago, so I'm not sure where. I keep doing this. I saw the idea of a puzzle piece. Come back for a final look and also a wrap up of all the items that we used in today's video. Okay, and this page I'm calling done. We could do a whole bunch of more to it, but the whole idea was that I don't like doing wallpaper pages, and we wanted to do a fun page, quick and easy, to start off this month-long journey through Johanna Basford books. So here's the page. This is from Lost Ocean, and these are the items that we used to complete the page. We use some Jelly Roll metallic gel pens, a sparkle pop, 5 Artex acrylic markers, 1 Posca pen, a pencil, some metallic gelatos, and some brushes. So let me know in the comments below
Thank
how
you
you
for
joining me
completed this
today.
page. I
And
look
if
forward
this is
to
something
next
that you would try in one of your books. Until next time, have a great creative week. Bye-bye.